What's up? What's up? What's up? Welcome to the Sports Sidebar Podcast. You're tuned in with your boy Rich, and I'm here with my buddies Tom and JD, and we're about to get this thing started. Let's go! Right, ladies and gentlemen, spanking brand new one for everybody. How's everybody doing tonight?
Doing good, Rich. How you doing?
Well, great, man. We're inching closer and closer to the end of this the cold weather, getting back to the warm weather. Got me one of those slush machines, man. Trying to get my recipes, everybody, man. How's everything on your end?
Good, man. I mean, it was 85 degrees here today. So, skipping spring, going right to summer, but it's going to go back to normal next week. Just a few hot days here. But yeah, all good down here.
Yeah, we had I think it was like 70 something the other day, and then it was like 60 something today. But still, aftermath of this tornado, still rainy and stuff, but it's coming, man.
Yeah,
spring is fighting back.
It is fighting.
I mean, let's get right into it, man. We got March Madness on the cusp of being done, down to the Final Four. Men's side, got all number ones, man. Got Auburn, Florida, Houston, and Duke, man.
Yeah, and we kind of talked about this before the tournament started, right? That like the number one seeds were just so much better than all the other teams. It felt like there was a fighting chance for certain teams like Texas Tech and Michigan State, Tennessee maybe, but ultimately it came down to number one teams, and they all took it down, which hopefully leads to a good Final Four, because I'd say the tournament has only been okay this year. Kind of, like we talked about, just like chalk all the way through, and Duke looks like a bit of a world beater, so I'm hoping they don't maul two teams on the way to the finals.
Yeah, man, that's what it might be, man, because they got one of the best players in
Man,
college basketball.
They are good.
And then the other kid, Kanepi. He, I don't know, is that his name, Kanepi or Neep?
Yeah,
Neep, something like that. I mean, he's pretty good, man. I ain't gonna lie. So
he is.
It's gonna be interesting to see, man. I'm hearing your boy Flag is staying another year, man. I don't know if it's true or not.
Is that the latest?
Yeah, I don't know if it's true or not, man. But I mean, if he does, I think that would be interesting.
Yeah, I like. I don't know. It's like I get wanting to go to the NBA, kind of like that's your dream as a kid, right? Is to get to the NBA, win an NBA Finals. But with NIL and living that college life for another year, I mean, it's not the worst thing in the world. You're still getting paid. Yeah, you're not in the league yet, but I don't know. Do you enjoy another year of college? And maybe it depends on whether they win a national championship or not. I don't know, but I mean, long gone are the years. The times of these guys jumping to the NBA for the cash. They don't need to now. So it definitely makes it a little bit more of an interesting conversation.
Oh yeah, and then I mean, even if he does win a chip, I mean, he'd be one of the first Duke freshmen to do what a lot of others couldn't do. So a lot of the one and done guys that came there, dating all the way back from Zion, Kyrie, Tatum, they weren't able to win that first year. So for him to win that first year, huge. He's gonna be cemented. So like you mentioned, man, it's not. That's the thing, is too many people are always in a rush to get to the league, but honestly, you just gotta take what life throws at you. You gotta enjoy it, man. So if he's having fun in college and he wants to go back, definitely can go back, man. So
yeah, I agree.
He just turned 18, so
I know.
He's got a lot of years ahead of him. So who would you say is the dark horse to win it all? If Duke doesn't win it.
I mean, it's probably kind of sad to say this, but it's probably Auburn, I would think. I think they're going up against the hottest team in the country, Florida, and then I think if you beat them, then you either have to beat Duke or Houston, which are two, again, really good teams. I think Duke, if they lost to Clemson, and then I don't remember their other two losses, but Houston's only lost one game in regulation this year. So I think it's probably Auburn. As crazy as that to say, as the number one overall seed, and held on to the one spot in the rankings for a lot of the year. But they're probably I would say the underdog.
Yeah, I was gonna say them. I was gonna say them or yeah, either Houston or Auburn. I think they're the least favored to
Yeah,
win it all. They have the most experience, so it's gonna be
right.
interesting to see how it plays out if they can,
Hmm.
especially if Houston being that number one like defense, if they could stop Duke, and then
Hmm.
if Auburn can slow down Florida, because Florida's another good team. So
Hmm.
my money's on Duke, man. I wish I would have redid my bracket, man. Uh,
Yeah, I still sort of lean Florida. I don't know why. I just feel like they got something.
yeah, I mean we have to wait and see though, because I was thinking if Flags haven't had a bad game, uh,
Hmm.
Auburn's kind of like you mentioned, they got experience. They got some guys in the transfer portal. They were almost made it to the Final Four
Yep.
last year. They got a veteran head coach, so it's going to be
Yeah.
interesting to see.
Yeah.
Um, I'm sure there's going to be that one or two play that changes the game
Sure.
in favor of the other team. But I'm definitely looking forward to watch. I hope they're close games and not really blowouts. So because it makes the game more interesting when every possession counts. So
I agree. I agree.
and then on the women's side, we're down to the Final Four as well. We got Texas, South Carolina, UConn, and then UCLA. Almost all number ones. Some people felt like UConn should have been number one. How you feel about this Final Four?
Yeah, I mean, I think it again pretty chalk. I mean, unfortunately, the women's it's usually a one or two seed. Sometimes you get lucky and get someone lower, but pretty chalk across the board. I think we missed out on the Juju Page Buckets matchup, which is kind of sad because UConn kind of steamrolled USC, which we kind of thought would happen without Juju. But but yeah, I like the way UConn's looking. I feel like they got to a bit of a slow start and they've been playing really well. South Carolina keeps playing with fire. I feel like it's going to come back to bite them.
Yeah,
They're keeping these games way too close or closer than they should be down the stretch of these games. So I do still like UConn, UCLA. Good to see them. Is that their first women's Final Four? Did I read that correct?
cool. UConn.
UCLA.
Yeah, UCLA. I think so. Or in a while. It's been a while since
Yeah.
they haven't been back. I think since yeah, I don't know. It might be their first one.
But yeah, they're gonna have a tough time with UConn, and the Texas South Carolina should be a good battle. It's like what the fourth time they're gonna play this year or something.
Yeah, something ridiculous, but I mean it's gonna be interesting because they kind of know each other.
Yeah.
South Carolina's got them. I think they won the last two of the three. So I mean somebody's gonna have to step up that didn't step up before,
Hmm.
and they have to roll out something new. But I mean when you play each other that many times, it's really hard to implement new things or surprise the other team because they're pretty much prepared for it. So
Yeah.
but I'm definitely rolling with UConn in this. I'd love to see Page get one. And then UConn did beat South Carolina this year already. So I mean, I don't think UCLA has enough firepower offensively to keep up with UConn. So I'm probably going with UConn South Carolina for the final, another rematch. But
Yeah.
you never know what happens in that rematch.
I know.
So
I know.
it could
I
go
know it.
either way. But I
Yep.
definitely will go with UConn here. So
Yep.
and then on to the NFL. Somehow, some way, they keep popping up. I mean, we still got the Aaron Rodgers weight game.
Hmm.
Um, Still hasn't made a decision whether or not he's going to go to the Steelers. I feel like the Steelers are going to draft like Shedeur or something, and he's going to be stuck without a team. So
I honestly, I'm not even sure if he'd care at this point. He'd probably just be like, okay, I'm done. It was interesting. He was throwing passes with DK last week, and Art Rooney was saying that he keeps hearing that he's coming, but Mike Tomlin's like, I have no idea. I don't know. Such a weird situation, and Rogers just a weird dude. I think in general, but
yeah, like
like,
Why would you do that? Why would you
I,
throw passes with a receiver you're not even on the team with?
he
And
lo-
then wait,
he loves the drama and the speculation. He loves being.
that's kind of and I won't say interesting, but like an attention whore. So
Yeah, he's a narcissist is the issue.
yeah, so I mean, I'm glad he's not on my team. Giants already got 3 quarterbacks. Hopefully, hopefully,
Maybe a
hopefully,
fourth on the way.
yeah, maybe a fourth on the way in the draft. But I hope we don't do this, man. I really don't.
It's like the Bears when they had like 10 tight ends on their roster.
Roster, yeah, man. It's just like, come on, guys. What are we
I
doing?
mean, I don't fault them for trying. If you sign 15 quarterbacks, hopefully one sticks.
Yeah, man. Come on, man. What are we doing here, man? It's just gonna be. Are we getting Archie or what, man? Arch or what, man? It's just a lot, man. So we'll see what happens with that. There was a trade. They traded the Patriots traded Joe Milton to the
Hmm.
Cowboys. I actually just like Joe Milton in the draft. He had a cannon for an arm.
He does have
I
a cannon.
I think it's gonna be interesting to see how it plays out with the Dak situation. I know, and I feel like they're either gonna trade him or let him go. But
Yeah,
I don't know what's going on here.
yeah. I don't know if it's to get a little fire under him or it could also just be it's a bit of a flyer, right? Like if Dak's not healthy to start the season, you got Joe Milton there. I mean, he's only really played the one game, so it's like who knows? But maybe it's like you catch lightning in a bottle. Obviously, I don't know why the Patriots traded him per se, other than just to not have people talk about it if Drake May has a bad game. But
Yeah,
I would have, I don't know, maybe hold on to him, try to get a little more out of someone. I mean, they got a fifth round pick essentially for him, but I don't know.
yeah. Maybe they felt like they came to an agreement that his talents were going to be wasted.
Right.
And they felt like he was possibly one of those guys that can go out there and start on the team. But I mean, hopefully he gets his shot. So we'll see what
Yeah.
happens, man.
Yep.
Dak is coming back from a kind of sort of major injury. We don't know how it's gonna his timeline as far as him coming back. So
Yeah.
if Joe Mills is able to go out there and put up some numbers, that's gonna be an interesting situation
Yeah.
when Dak comes back.
For sure.
And then outside of that, we got the draft. A few weeks. Mock drafts are speculating. They got Shedeur going anywhere between 4 and probably 3, but I just hope the Giants don't do it. Probably, I want to say I want to say between 4 and beyond. Some people thought he would fall to the Raiders. Some people had him fall into the Steelers, which is pretty far. So I mean, I
I
think he
I
has.
I just don't see him. I don't see him getting past Las Vegas. I don't see it.
Yeah, I don't see it
Even though
either,
even
man.
though they even though they got Gino now, essentially, and Gino re-signed today. I don't know if you saw that.
Yeah, I did.
Two
He got
two
a
year $75 million extension.
yeah. So
But
I,
yeah, I don't know. I don't see. I just don't see him passing on him. I could be wrong.
I don't either, man. But you never know. So maybe somebody comes up and they get him, kind of like the Patrick Mahomes situation.
Yeah.
The Chiefs came up and they got him at 10. So
Yeah.
um, we have to wait and see, man. But I think he has. I think they got that pro day tomorrow. So a lot of teams going to get able to see him throw, which they were hoping for. So we have to
Yeah.
wait and see, man. And then I don't think there's anything else in the NFL that I missed. And then on to the NBA. We got some shakeups here. I mean, the Pistons, they got in a fight with the T Wolves. I ain't gonna lie, I kind of liked it.
It was pretty good.
I'm kind of liking this Pistons teams, man. I don't know if it maybe I don't say maybe because it reminds me of the old Pistons teams, but they're definitely they're a gritty little bunch, man.
They are.
Despite them being a young team, they got Isaiah Stewart out there, Debo and people. They got a bunch of guys that's not really afraid to push back when it comes to certain things, and then win the
Hmm.
basketball games. So um, it's
Yeah,
gonna be interesting.
they got a good young squad there. Led by Cade and you got the tough guys, Ron Holland and Isaiah Stewart, and but yeah, they're a solid team. They play really good defense. They play hard every night. I'm excited for them to get into the playoffs this year and see what they look like in that first round. It could be a fun one to watch.
Oh yeah, man. Some players they get suspended. They're looking at I think Stewart got about 6 games, but I mean it's the end towards the end of the season. Rather get suspended now than it to roll over into the playoffs.
Sure.
So also opportunity for them to rest a few players before the playoffs because I don't think the Bucks are on their heels maybe by a game or two. So you kind of don't want to fall into that 7 spot.
No.
Yeah, right now they're you kind of still want to stay above water. So
yeah. Yep.
I'm definitely looking forward to seeing how things shake out for them though. So and then the Grizzlies they went ahead, they fired their head coach. I thought that was interesting.
Yeah,
I mean,
I did too.
they did.
Especially with 9 games left in the season.
Yeah, I mean they did have some injuries, so I mean they did fall. That was one of the reasons why they fell from second place. Now they're sitting at 8th. And then it seemed like everybody liked the coach, man. But I don't know, man. Maybe something else is going on over there that we don't know about. So
Yeah, I mean, I think they talked about firing him in the offseason. They held on to him. I don't know. It seems like a weird move. You're in the playoffs. Why do it now? But I don't know. Maybe John Morant was part of the problem. Maybe he didn't like him. Maybe that's why they fired him. Who knows?
yeah, that's what I'm saying. Maybe it was a player issue.
Yeah.
But normally that information doesn't come out. So
I know.
And then this past week we had some big nights from Joker and Steph. Joker had a 61, 10, and 10 game. Just ridiculous. Just killed Rudy Gobert, the was it 2-time or 3-time defensive player of the year. I mean, unfortunately, they lost. Russell Westbrook missed that layup and hit the player on the last shot, which let them get the foul to shoot the free throws. But this MVP race is interesting. I don't think Joker's gonna get it, but they're definitely gonna give it to SGA, man.
I struggle with it because I feel like I don't think Oklahoma City would last very long without SGA, but Denver's 0 without Jokic, and he's having like just a crazy good year. Probably his best year of his career.
Yeah, I feel like this is like the same year when Embiid won the MVP.
Yeah.
Like Embiid won the MVP, then he won a chip.
Right.
So I think it's gonna be interesting to see how things shake out as far as the playoff seeding in the West, and then who can get out of the West. A lot of people think this is OKC's year, but I feel like when you got the joke on your side, man, he's just hard to stop, man.
Yeah.
He's really just doing everything. And then as far as Steph Curry, I mean, he's looking like Steph Curry of old. He had like 9. He had like 9. He had like 5 threes in the first half or something crazy.
He had 8, I think, in the first half.
Yeah, something crazy. But I mean, they slowed him down. I think he only finished with 9 or something.
9 or 10.
12. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Babyface assassin, man.
54 points.
Yeah, man. Babyface assassin, man.
They've been rejuvenated with Jimmy Butler. I think they're 18-2 since the trade deadline.
So they're another hot team you got to worry about right now. So
yep.
I'm definitely looking forward to seeing if they can shake it up in the playoffs and get out of the West. Because I mean, between those two, between Steph and Joker, I mean, it's going to be interesting to see if they can get out of the West.
Yeah.
Then your boy Carmelo, he's getting inducted to the Hall of Fame. Happy for him. I wish he would have had a chance to win a championship. Fortunately, he had some things that derailed him. The first one was not getting drafted to Detroit. I don't know how the hell they went Darko Milicic over Carmelo Anthony, but that's another story.
Yeah.
And then he had to run up against Kobe a few times, man. It just wasn't good for him. So, but I mean,
it's kind of like those bad timing situations, right? Like Hakeem when Jordan was in his prime. I mean, Hakeem still won 2, but he probably could have won 6 or 7. Sometimes unfortunately you run into it's the magic bird too, right? Like if they were both in separate times, each of them probably wins 4 or 5 championships, but Because they play at the same time, it's like it is what it is, I guess.
Yeah, man. But like I said, I mean, he was. I feel like he was one of those guys that could have dethroned LeBron, but then um, he just couldn't get to the finals. And then
Uh-huh.
LeBron went to Miami, formed that super team, and it was pretty much over after that. So,
Yep.
and we got the NBA playoffs getting closer and closer. As far as the West, it's looking like we might get OKC's definitely number one. The Rockets, they sneaky, they up in the second in the West. Lakers and Nuggets are going back and forth for that 3-4 spot. And then Golden State is at 5. See, this is the interesting part because at 3, 4, 5, because four is gonna play 5. So we
Hmm.
potentially might get to see Joker and Steph go at the first round, or possibly the Nuggets and LeBron go at it, or Steph versus LeBron first round. So I mean that's gonna be some good basketball right there, man.
Oh yeah.
And then at the 6th spot we got the T Wolves. So I mean it's the Wolves versus the Lakers, or the Wolves versus the Nuggets first round, or the Wolves versus the Golden State first round as well. That's another option. So all these teams are pretty much separated by 2, 3 games. But the Lakers are about to hit the rough part of their schedule. They got to play pretty much the Rockets twice. Then they play Golden State tonight, and then I think they got the Nuggets another time and somebody else. So they potentially might fall. So we're gonna have to pay attention to that. And everybody else is fighting for that 7, 8, 9 spot. Clippers, Grizzlies, the Mavericks. I don't know why they're still fighting for playoffs. They should be
Hmm.
tanking right now. And then the Kings, man. So we're gonna have to wait and see, man. Uh,
Yeah, it's gonna
feels
be
like
exciting end of the season here. The play-in game kind of makes it a little more entertaining. Even though the 7 and 8 seeds usually win, but still makes for good entertainment down the stretch of the year.
oh yeah, it definitely does, man. We're gonna have to see how it shakes out, man.
Yep.
And then on the East side, we got the Cavs. They're number 1. Celtics number 2. Doesn't look like they're really gonna catch them. Knicks sitting at 3. Hopefully, they can hold on to that. Then at that 4, 5, we got the Pacers and the Pistons. It's gonna be an interesting matchup. Pacers were a team that were on the up and up, and then Pistons are the new team on the up and up. So hopefully they can win a playoff series and have some momentum going into next season. So
Yeah. Yep.
but the Bucks are right behind them at the 6th spot. They're a game back. Then we got a bunch of other teams fighting for that 7, 8, 9, the 7, 8 spot pretty much. So
Yeah.
and then on to MLB. Not too much. Season just started. Of course, the Dodgers are freaking hot. They're sitting at 7-0 right now.
Yeah.
Uh,
Otani walk-off home run last night to win the
oh yeah,
game.
but the Padres were 7-0 too. So
Padres are
uh,
playing well. Yeah.
it's interesting to see how this plays out. But I don't think the Dodgers are gonna run out of gas. But as deep as their team is, so they got like 4 aces and a bunch of hitters, man. So it is
Yeah.
gonna be crazy.
I think that's part of the problem is that they are so deep. Pitching, hitting, like it's gonna be extremely difficult to take them down.
Oh yeah, man. We're gonna need a lot of the torpedo bats, man. So
Yeah. No kidding.
uh, that's another new thing in the MLB released this season. The torpedo bats. They basically just took a bat and just moved pretty much restructured it. Just moved the wood mass from
Yeah.
it from one part to another.
Right.
To that was it 7-10 area they call it, or six
Yep.
ten area,
Yeah.
where you're more likely to hit the baseball. Some guys, are getting a lot of home runs off, man. So we did see some Yankee games like 15-5, and it was a 20 or something like that to 3. But
Yeah. 20. Yeah. Yep.
so it's gonna be interesting to see how many more players I know they put out a list of a bunch of guys that are using the bats. I'm trying to put together a parlay to see if they hit some home runs or something, but it
Just
didn't work
just
out
put
yet.
put 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 a bunch of overs down on them.
Yeah, so we'll definitely see how it happens, man. I know some people were a little frustrated about it. Some people weren't. But I mean, at the end of the day, this might help baseball because now you get higher scoring games. You
Yeah,
get more home runs, which a lot of people can't. It's like the 3-point shot of the dunk equivalent for
yeah,
baseball. So
exactly. Yep.
it's gonna be interesting to see if how things shake out or how pitchers are able to adjust with it because the pitching has been so good in baseball that you've been getting more low scoring games than anything. So let's see if these pitchers can adjust to it.
Yeah, I think that's what's annoying the pitchers is that, they have all this scrutiny with using the tack and all this stuff, and they get checked, and like the batters just change the bats. So I forget who it was. I think it was I forget what pitcher it was. It's like, let us use whatever we want. They can use whatever they want, and we'll figure it out together.
Yeah, man. So
But no, it's good for it's good for I think the spectators, people like us that are kind of casual watchers at this point, like it drums up a little bit of excitement into the game, I think. And it's all, by the book, it's all legal, so they can't really do anything. But I would imagine we're going to see a rule in the off season about these.
yeah, I'm sure there's gonna be some kind of reconstruction of it. But who knows? Maybe we might see the rocket pitch, man, where
Yeah,
they're throwing a ball that's smaller on one side or something. It's gonna be interesting to see these counters going back and
yeah,
forth between the hitters and the pitchers. And then on to NHL. Nothing really here. Just getting close to the playoffs. Boy, Ovechkin's about three goals away from breaking
he is. Yep.
Gretzky's record. Unfortunately, he might break it in the next game. So I think they're playing. I forget who they're playing, but whoever they're playing, they have the worst defense. So they're saying he might get
Go for
a
the hat
hat
trick.
trick, yeah, and just hit all three in one game. But we kind of thought he was going to break the record maybe like 2 years ago. But I mean, this is the year for him.
Yeah, I never thought he'd hang on this long. Obviously, he's been a prolific goal scorer for many many years, but for him to continue to be as productive as he is, and he's really kind of become a great leader on that team, especially with some younger guys that they've pulled in. This was supposed to be kind of a down year for them,
Yep.
and they're in the playoffs. They just got Ryan Leonard signed, so he'll be up. He was the fifth pick or whatever last year. Went to college, and now he's going to be up with the team. So there's a lot of optimism going into the playoffs for them. So the goal thing is nice. I think it'll probably be good when it's over for everybody. It's kind of like these like Aaron Judge the home run, and it always kind of like takes over and probably puts a lot more pressure on the team than there needs to be. So I think that if he can bang this out in the next couple of games, get it over with, and they can focus on the playoffs, I think the team would be better off, and he will too.
There's going to be a lot of guys that's going to be benefiting from him being around and them being able to be part of kind of the greatness.
Oh yeah,
So it's going to be interesting to see, especially what they can do in the playoffs. And then on to PGA. I mean, we got the Masters coming up. Was it 2 weeks away?
I mean, yeah, it starts next Thursday. So this week
A week away?
yeah, this week is I guess the last tournament before the Masters. So the field's basically set. I think the only other person that can get in is if someone who wins this tournament that's not already in for next week. Um, and yeah, so basically, practice rounds kick off Monday. At the par three contest Wednesday, and the first round starts on Thursday. It's probably my favorite tournament to watch of the year because it's really the only one. It's the only major they play at the same course every year, and it's it just has such a mystique around it that it's just awesome to watch. I just love looking at the course. I don't know, it's kind of a weird thing, but it's such a cool design, and it just you can see it test the patience of everyone who's playing that course. And you kind of know as a fan, like watching it every year, like the danger spots and where players can make runs and where they need to be careful and where things can go poorly. So it's it just makes for a different kind of golf viewing, I think.
Terrain. So
Yeah, exactly.
and sometimes the terrain gets the better of people. Sometimes people get the better of the terrain. So
And just, just like in golf, just in general, but especially here is, I think once you get too comfortable with the course is when, things go horribly wrong. So, sometimes you'll see someone rolling on day one and they think everything's great. And then all of a sudden, either that day later in the round at a certain hole, let's say they fired a pin, they miss it on the wrong side. And next thing you know, they have like a triple bogey putt. So you can get derailed very quickly at Augusta, and the greens are like the undulation on the greens and the break the players have to play and the speed. It's just it's fun to watch, and it's a difficult game. We all know that. Sometimes the pros make it look easy. I think Augusta kind of can when it's dry and it's running fast, it can make people look bad.
oh yeah, especially when they get frustrated. Uh,
Yeah.
Especially when you see those players get frustrated, they pretty much it's a wrap for them. They already lost the mental game. So
Yeah, and the early weather down here looks good. Should be in the mid 70s all next week. No rain in the forecast as of now at Augusta, but we'll see. Hopefully they got it dried out and running fast because that's when it's fun to watch.
well, yeah, definitely looking forward to it. And then who you like as far as to win it all? You think Rory or you
I
think
mean, Rory's gonna be a popular. He's always gonna be a popular pick there until he wins. It's his holy grail, and he has not played well there. For the most part, over his career, he's had a couple chances and really blown it. But I think this is what he spends his whole off season getting ready for. So yeah, I mean, he's probably the favorite in my eyes. I actually really like Minwoo Lee coming in. He just won last week in Houston. He hits the ball a mile. He's got a really good short game, and he played well here. I think this will be his fourth time playing. He's played well here in the past, so I like him. And give me another pick. Who else? I actually like Bryson DeChambeau. I think he was like plus 1,800. Obviously, he played really well in all the majors last year. I think he's going to be looser. He played well at Augusta last year. I do like him as well, and obviously, I think you can never count out like the Brooks Koepkas. Scheffler obviously will be the betting favorite this year. Schauffele and guys like that. But yeah, I like for value. I like Minwoo, DeChambeau, and obviously Rory.
have to lock those in, man? I think I'm to do was it finish top five, finish top
There you
tens
go. Yeah.
combo. So hopefully they don't try to mess me up and not let me rock with my top five, top tens. They
There
be
you go.
they be hating on me sometimes. And then it's that time again, ladies and gentlemen. We got another edition of JD's Bites and Brew. What you got for us?
All right, so we got a lemon pepper smoked salmon with some brown quinoa. So for this week, trying to do a little bit, change up the diet a little bit to introduce some different kind of meals, some more fiber, some more healthy fats. So this week I did a smoked salmon. So just got the smoker prepped at 225, covered the salmon with some salt, and then did a mustard base. Just used a Lowry's lemon pepper seasoning, coated that all up, we were at the smoker for about 90 minutes. While that was kind of coming to a close, just grab some brown quinoa, a little bit of butter, water, boil, and a little bit of salt. Let that cook up, and then topped it with a soy ginger glaze over top of both the salmon and the um, the brown quinoa. It was actually pretty good. I'm not like a huge salmon fan, but I do like it when it's smoked, and I can definitely do it in like small portions.
I won't say I'm a huge salmon guy, but I definitely enjoy salmon. Most of the time, I'll do it as an air fryer. That's been my
Yeah,
go-to
that
because
I
it comes
almost
out.
I almost went air fryer.
Yeah, because it comes out. To me, it comes out great in the air fryer. And then also,
Yeah.
I also do a lot of times I stuff it with like shrimp and crab and stuff like that. So
That sounds good.
it's
Yeah,
pretty good
it always needs like a little bit of like a
flavor.
sauce on top. Yeah,
Yeah,
no, it's got a fishy flavor, right? Like that salmon just has that kind of it's a gamier flavor, especially if you leave the skin on, and just a lot of fish I can eat with just like breadcrumbs and lemon juice on it or whatever. Like I don't need a lot of seasoning for it. Salmon, I always feel like I need like a dill sauce or something.
yeah. Most of the time, I'll do like I'll put like some kind of teriyaki or barbecue sauce on it mix.
Yeah,
Um, that's the sauce I use.
yeah.
And then what'd you guys drink that down with?
All right, so being in Nashville last week, the end of last weekend, tried an old stalwart. It's called the Nashville Lager beer. It's from a brewery. I think it's been around since 1859. They had it on tap pretty much everywhere you go. It's kind of like Rhode Island, Narragansett, having how they have it kind of everywhere you go, or in the Midwest with Pabst. This one I thought was a little better. Yeah, it's brewed by Nashville Brewing Company in Nashville. It's an old kind of German style beer. It's your solid, lager. Yeah, I mean, there's no frills. It's a no frills beer. It's solid. It's good. It does kind of remind me of that German style. Not hoppy at all, but kind of you can taste the malt coming through. And yeah, it's just I thought it was good. Had a few of them. No complaints from my end. Probably give it a 7.7.
That's pretty good, man. Anytime you're close to that 8 range, I mean, that's a
Yeah,
pretty much that's
I
a
mean,
solid stable right there.
nothing beats a good crisp lager, especially when you're running around all day. It's nice and refreshing.
Oh yeah, definitely gonna have to add that to the list, man. Now, now that summer's approaching,
Oh
I'm
yeah,
trying to get my list together of all this stuff. I'm gonna try to
we're gonna need the Big Rich smoothie of the day, or
say,
the Big Rich frozen drink of the week.
yeah. So far, I'm testing some stuff out. I did some Kool-Aid drinks, and then I did frappe.
Oh, nice.
Frappe came out good. Just kind of maybe add a little bit more caramel or something,
Okay.
a little more sugar to it. But
Okay.
um, overall, so far so good, man. Next is on the list is some like pina coladas and daiquiris and stuff. So I'll let you know how that goes.
Okay.
And then that's JD's Bites and Brew, everybody. And then this week for the BRRs, I mean, we have our staple shows we're watching right now. I mean, The Pit is good. White Lotus, it's getting kind of freaky, but you know, still watching it, trying to see how it's going to end for some of these people. Did you see Sunday's episode?
Not gonna watch it tonight.
Oh, okay, I don't want to give it away.
No, you're good.
Did you the guy he finally met the guy that he thought that killed his father?
Yeah. So the last episode I saw was the one where he's getting ready to walk into the house.
Yeah, so he meets the guy, but it doesn't really. It still leaves the door open, like as far as what happened. They don't. It's not really much. That we kind of still like, okay, what else? So
Hmm.
um, Then we're kind of seeing some other stuff happen with the sister, the other brother. So I don't want to give it away, but it's
Yeah.
just I feel like there's like one episode left, and there's so much that they got to wrap up. So
Yeah, I did feel again, I'm an episode behind, but I did feel like they have a lot of different storylines going on here.
yeah, man. So we're gonna have to wait and see how it finishes. Then we got Yellow Jackets. I mean, I don't know if you caught up on that, but
No, I tried to watch wherever I was, and I struggled to get through it. I may be throwing in the towel on this one. I'm not sure yet. I'll let you know.
yeah, man, it's just like I felt like it shouldn't take 3 seasons to like get through this, but I mean, we'll see what happens with this last season. So
Hmm.
other than that, still watching Dope Thief. Show's okay. Like I mentioned before, I'm not sure how much of a story they'll be able to go with
Hmm.
as far as the concept. The Daredevil finished up, but it wasn't really much of an ending. It's kind of just like it's more like a 6 episodes of a introduction to him, I guess.
Hmm.
But so we'll see what happens with that. Um, and then as far as the radar, I mean, we got The Last of Us coming up in 10 days. Definitely
Hmm.
looking forward to that. Definitely going to start binge watching that next week, so I can finish it the day of this first episode of the second season, so I can just get right into it. And then there's a bunch of other stuff on the radar, like The Hunting Party. I heard it might get canceled, but I heard the other show is good. Long Bright River is with the girl from I don't remember where she's from. I'm drawing a blank. It'll come to me. Then I heard that the Netflix doc, the Gone Girl one.
Oh,
I
I'm
heard
gonna
that was
start that
good.
one.
Because they get into the killer guy. Because they didn't catch that guy until he was like 70
Oh,
or 80 years old.
the Long Island guy.
Yeah, they didn't catch
Yeah.
him until he was like
So
pretty
I
much.
did watch that. I did watch the whole thing. That.
Oh, you did? Okay. I heard
Yeah,
that was good though.
it's good. Yeah, it's interesting because it takes you more along like the lines of the police and like how they were working it and how because there was mostly prostitutes, like they didn't really take it that seriously.
Seriously, yeah.
But it's weird because you like see where they're like they on Gilgo Beach where they were like digging up the girls,
Yeah.
and then they like there was like another body like maybe another 15 feet down the beach, and they kind of just like stopped right there.
Yeah. Which is crazy because they said
Yeah,
he was killing girls there for like years. So
yeah.
and then there was the people they said there were people in the town that knew about it, but they just didn't say nothing. So which is another crazy thing. So
Well, because this
um
goes back to the whole prostitute thing, right? Like how he probably felt like he was doing everybody a favor by getting rid of them.
yeah, so I mean that's crazy, man. But and then there's When No One Sees Us, I think that's on Netflix. The Studio, that's what Seth Seth Rogen, no, what's his name? The dude from 40-Year-Old Virgin. I can't remember his name.
Seth Rogen,
No, the other guy, damn it.
Jonah Hill.
Nah, the other guy with the glasses with the red hair, the red curly hair.
Oh,
Can't remember his name. And then they got the Bondsman coming up. I think that starts tomorrow. That's on Amazon. That's what damn, I can't remember his name either. Drawing mad blanks. That's my guy too. Kevin Bacon. Yeah,
mm,
that's my guy right there. But so that should be an interesting one. He's pretty much he's like a killer for. Uh, they bring him back for the dead to kill demons and stuff. I think it's interesting for him to be in that position to do a show like this. Um, and he's
hmm
always done good. He's always done good shows. The last show I remember he did, where he started was the cult one. So I don't know if you
yeah,
remember that one.
I do remember
I
that one. Yeah.
I like that show. I was a little upset that they canceled it, but sometimes they do what they got to do, man. So
Hmm.
um, and then the other one starts soon. The Your Friends and Neighbors. That's on Apple. It's about the uh, Wall Street guy that scammed his neighbors. Um, so it's kind of like think of the guy from White Lotus, the one that's the one that wants to kill himself.
Oh
So
yeah.
think of him just scamming people in his neighborhood. It's gonna be interesting to see how that one appears out. And then that's pretty much it. I don't think there's any new movies or anything. So I know your boy Val Kilmer passed away. He was only 65, but
Yeah.
I felt like he was on something, or like he was struggling for a while, man.
He
'Cause
had neck cancer.
Yeah, because his face, it was always like bulky and everything. So that's kind of crazy, man. But other than that, that's all I got, man.
Yo.
Right, all right, ladies and gentlemen. Until next time.
Till next time, Rich.
I want to thank y'all for rocking out here on the Sports Sidebar Podcast. Give y'all something to ride out on.